Hey, so Diane, you're new, so did you get yourself started?
I got myself started on the doing the string walking, string skipping exercises. I must say I'm a little confused as to what to do next. I'm a little confused, but I am doing them up to
Okay,
the point where I can do them cleanly.
okay, well, I will proceed to unconfuse you.
Okay, great.
And so for now, you might as well stand up so I can see what's happening with them. So on that string shifting exercise, so the first step is you hold the pick and you just take the pick. That looks good. That looks good. And you just put the pick on the first string and then you just slowly move it to the sixth. Yeah, you don't even play. Don't even play.
Oh,
Just touch it to the string
yes.
and then slowly move your pick up to the sixth string. And yeah, just move it up like this. Just move it up to the sixth string to touch the sixth string. That's it. And feel your shoulder as you do it and keep your shoulder relaxed and be aware of your breathing because you'll tend to hold your breath when you do that. Okay? That's the first step. You do that a few times. Okay? So you go like this. You know, you hold the pick here, and then you just slowly move like this while you are checking your breathing, feeling your breathing, and your shoulder, and keeping your shoulder relaxed, and then you bring it back down. And then you only have to do that once or twice. Then take the pick and touch the pick to each string. You're not playing, you're just touching each string with the pick. And again, you're relaxing your shoulder because your shoulder will tense a little bit just from doing this. See? That's it. That's the second step. You do that once or twice. You do it slow. Now, you put the pick on this first string. Now you're going to play a note. And so what you do is you push on the string very slowly, but you relax as you do it. Even though you'll feel your hand tense up a little bit, you relax as much as you can, and then you do a down pick. And then you bring the pick to the underside of the string, and you push up a little bit, then you do an up pick. That's it. And now you do it on the next string. Good. Good. That is very good. Very good. Now, you have a metronome, Diane?
Yes.
Okay, so what you're going to do is you go through it no tempo like that. That was actually a little bit fast for no tempo, but it was very good, so good enough. But the first metronome speed you use is 4 clicks at 60. Okay, and you know, Robert, you might as well, obviously it's going to be a small class today, given the circumstances, and so you might as well do this along with us. You can use this to review. Okay, so we take 4 clicks per note. So we go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. But to make it as good as it can be, we say play, to, touch, bounce. Okay, so we're going to play the note on the first click, then 2 goes by, then we touch the string for the next pick stroke on 3, and then we bounce on 4. That means this. So if I'm doing a down pick, I bounce like that with my arm and the pick on the string before I play. So it'll look like this. Actually, let's do it without the metronome first and say out loud, play, to, touch, bounce. Okay, so play, 2, touch, bounce, play. Don't play until you say play. See? Okay, so let's start again. So we go play, 2, touch for the up pick, bounce, play, 2, touch. Now the touch is on the next string now. Okay, right? Bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, play. Now, now you're going to go down the strings like that with the metronome, and doing this in this sequence of touching, then bouncing, then playing. That will teach your arm and your hand perfect pick action. Okay, that will turn into nice, fast, and easy pick action as we work up the speed. Okay, so I'm gonna put the metronome on, and you'll both do that. I'll count you off. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, and just proceed from there. Good. Now, you know what? When you do it by yourselves, you can go up and down at that speed. For now, what we'll do is we'll go back. I'm going to move it up to 80. That's the next speed that we do it at. So you can start back down there on the 6th string and come back to the 1st string. Okay? So put your pick on the 6th string, and I'll count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, play, 2, touch, bounce, play. All right, keep it going like that. Good. Now I'm going to move it to 100, so it gets a little bit faster each time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, 2, touch, bounce. Play, 2, touch, bounce. Got it?
Having trouble hearing their metronome.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, so we just went 4 clicks at 60, 4 clicks at 80, 4 clicks at 100. This is using the basic practice approach, okay? That's page 96 in the Principles, chapter 5. Describes this. This is the routine we use to learn all new skills on the guitar. The next speed is 60 at 2. So now you're going to play every 2 clicks, but you still want to touch the string ahead of time. The bouncing is to relax your arm on the string. So if you can still touch and bounce before you play, that is the best thing. So at 2 clicks, it's going to look like this. It's going to go play, click, play, click, play, click, play, click. See, I'm still touching the string ahead of time. And I'm still paying attention to my whole body, keeping my shoulder relaxed. and keeping everything relaxed. So let's try this now. We're going to play at 2 clicks now down the strings. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll start to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, play, play, click, play, click, play, click, play, click, play, click. That's it. Play, click, play, click, play, click. Keep going. Yep. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to move it to 80. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be play and then click and then play and click. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, click, play, click, play, click. Good. Good. Very good. And now at 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play, click, play, click. Keep the action from the elbow. Good, good, good. Okay, so this is how we work up the speed. If you're new to doing this, you really should do all these speeds every day, but after a while, you won't have to do the slower ones, and you can skip some of the speeds, okay? And let's see how it goes now. The next speed would be 60 at 1. So I think we'll do this separately. This is what it looks like, okay? At 1 click, I'm going to play every click now. Okay. Now let Diane, you go first. Let's check that at 1 click. You have your own. Do you have a metronome there?
Yes.
Yeah. Use yours this time. Just put it on 60, and then you'll play each click. Good. Very good. 80. Did you work this already on your own, Diane, with the metronome?
Yeah. Yes.
How far did you go?
To I think as far as I could go, except for the last line. In my book. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, do it 80 now. Do it at 80.
80.
Good. What I like about what you're doing is you're keeping everything nice and straight, and you're putting good force on the string. So that's very good. Let's do 100. Now, one thing, Diane, as we're going faster, you're starting to do this movement.
Okay.
Okay. Try not to do that movement and just go straight up and down from the elbow. Okay. See, when we move like this, that's forearm rotation. You can have some of that in there later. but I want it just straight up and down from the elbow now, like this. Okay, instead of this.
Yes.
All right. So try to watch that. Okay, go to 120. Let's do it there. Very good, very good. Do you know how to do eighth notes?
2.
Yeah, well, okay, well, you'd put it back. What you would do is put it back on 60. And now at 60, you count it like this. To do eighth notes, you go 1 and 2, and so it's going to be down, up, down, up, down, up. So 2 notes per beat.
Click.
Yeah.
Per click.
Down on, so it'll be down on the click and then up and then down on the next click. So let's do that. Don't think you're with the click. Okay, Diane, here's what you have to do. Let me see you tap your hand. I can't see anything actually on your, are you, yeah, okay. Now, as you tap with the click, count and go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Don't play, just tap and count.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're with the click. Okay, when you tap down, you got to be right on the click.
Oh, 1 and 2 and 3 and
No,
4.
no, you're not with it. Do this. Forget the ends. Just go like this. Turn the metronome on and just tap 1, 2, 3, 4. Just tap and count 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Now say 1 and 2.
1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
That's it. When you tap down, you got to be right on the click. And the end is going to be right in between the clicks. So now what you do is you take your arm and first don't play anything. Just go like this with the click. Go 1 and 2 and 3 and
1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1.
so that is eighth notes, okay?
Yes.
Now you do the exercise like that. You go 1 and you'll go down, up on each string like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, with that at that speed.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
Okay, can you stand up again so I could see?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1
Very
and
good.
3 and 4 and
Right. Okay. So now, Diane, when you practice, I want you to work it up to this speed. And then I want you to work the eighth notes all the way up to 120. But now listen to me, because this is a change in the basic practice approach. I want you to move by tens when you do the eighth notes. Okay. So in other words, you'll go from 60 to 70 or whatever. Okay. I don't want you to move that far. So when you get to 120, it's going to be this fast. Okay, it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, which is a pretty good speed. Okay. Now every day though, you start down at the slow speed and you work it up to that fast speed.
yes.
Okay. For this week, that's what you do. Later on, I'll tell you to skip some of the speeds, but for now you do that and you relax, keep your whole body relaxed as you do it, and you're going to get real nice, fast, controlled picking. Okay. Now, Robert, let me see where you're at with your speed on this. How far did you work that exercise up?
The 1-4, I got to,
No, just the picking,
oh, the picking.
pick exercise.
I did eighth notes at 60, I think.
Okay, let me see your eighth notes at 60. Okay, you're off the beat, Robert. You're off the beat.
Yeah.
Gotta listen. Gotta listen. The down pick got to be on that click. Good, good. Now now that was much better. Now, why was that much better? You know why?
I was listening and
Because you were listening, right? Okay, so we have to appreciate the fact that there's always the tendency, even there, that was much better. It wasn't 100% on, it was like 90%, 95%, because there's always the tendency to rush. Every human being, every guitar student tends to rush because it's the body tension itself and the mind tension that's pushing us, okay? And as musicians, we must really learn to resist that, to control that, and to listen and be right. What musicians call it is being in the pocket, okay? Being right there on the beat. And for musicians, there is no greater skill that you can have. All professional musicians love any musician who has what they call good time, and they hate anybody who doesn't. Now, I don't hate people who don't, okay. But what I mean, they hate playing with them, is what I mean, okay? They'll throw you right out of the band because everybody feels it, you know, and it's not a good feeling. Yeah. So many great musicians have commented on this. Paco de Lucia said, the secret is in learning how to listen, okay? So let's always do that. So Robert, I want to see how far we can push this. So okay. move it up now. 70 or thereabouts.
70.
Yeah. And now, here's another important thing though, about being on the beat. We have to set up properly. In other words, a musician begins to play inside before they play on the outside. Here's what I mean. When you watch musicians, you know, about to play, you always see them do this. They always start moving. They don't just go like, you know, from nothing. What are they really doing? They're having the beat enter the body. The beat is the foundation of movement. Movement is what playing music is. So when a band's about to play, they don't have somebody just yell, go. Yeah. Nobody, you know, that like firing a gun. They go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, because that gives everyone the beat. Now they're all, because, you know, it's the movement. So it sounds obvious, but it's not obvious. When students, you know, for these exercises we're doing, with each speed you go to, before you play, you let the beat enter your body. How do you do that? Well, in this exercise, you do it by putting the pick on the string, and pulsing to the beat. Now, the click is what I call the basic beat. We're dividing the beat. Once you get the eighth notes, you're dividing that beat. And let's be clear on something. The word beat, the beat isn't the click. The beat, when we say dividing the beat, okay, or this note gets a half a beat, we're not talking about the click, because you can't divide the click. The beat, the definition of the word beat, is the time in between the two clicks, okay? So we're making notes. Notes are sounds. We're making the sound. When we started, we made the sound last for 4 clicks. That meant 4 seconds at 60, right? So it's a long sound. La. Then we built it up. Then we made for 2 clicks. La, la. So one sound for the timing of in between 2 clicks. Then we had each sound. So we keep making it smaller and smaller. So when we play notes that on every click, we're actually making the sound last from one click to the next. If the foot is going up and down, the word beat means the time it takes for the foot to go up and down. So if I'm playing quarter notes or singing quarter notes, la, 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 those are the quarters. Starting here, keeping on going, ending here. Another one starts. Now we're playing eighth notes. Now we're dividing the beat, okay? We're dividing that period of time. That's why the foot is so important, okay? Because your foot goes up and your foot comes down. When you start, that's 1, and that's 2, and in the middle, up at the when your foot is on up, is called the. That's where we say and, okay? So now now the sound is only lasting from here to here, and then we're doing the up pick here, and it's coming down here. So each note is lasting half a beat. The numbers, the 1 and the 2, that's called the downbeat. That's when your foot is down. As a musician, you have to really feel the downbeat and feel the upbeat. Those are very important concepts. The downbeat is strong. The upbeat is weak. When you strum, for instance, if you have a strum that's all downbeats, that's a strong kind of a strum, used in lots of types of music when they want a strong sound. But there are styles of music where they emphasize the upbeat. They might even skip downbeats, reggae, and you'll have something like, those are the upbeats. Upbeats feel totally different. So think about these concepts, even as you're doing these simple exercises, because this is musicianship, okay? This is really important stuff. So getting back to the exercise, the way you put the beat in your body is before you start to play, you be like the band where somebody's going 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? You do it by putting the pick on the string and pulsing along with the basic beat. The basic beat is the downbeat, 1, 2, 3. Now, I may do this too if you have trouble tracking the eighth notes, because when you play eighth notes, your brain has to divide the beat in half. You have to know that. So you could say it, you either say it to yourself, 1 and 2, and you start counting the eighth notes, or you move your hand like this, 1 and 2, and then you start to play. But it's best to have the pick already on the string. You really don't want the pick in the air and come down and slam on the string. You want the pick here. So if you do that, then go like this, 1 and 2 and 3, and then you start 1. And if you do that, you'll be accurate. Okay, so when you practice the eighth notes, that's how you do it. So Robert, put your metronomes on 70, start pulsing on the beat, get ready, set it up, and then play at that speed. Can you verify, Robert, that you were not holding your breath while you were doing that?
No.
Okay.
Verify.
I want you to be able to verify that. So do it again. And as you do everything, that was good. It was good. But I want you to be aware of your breathing as you do it. Do it while you're aware of your breathing. Right. You felt the little tendency to rush, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Oh.
that little tendency to rush is connected to not breathing.
Yeah, I was focusing on the breathing at first, and then I lost track. So
It's difficult because we're paying attention to so many things, but you get better and better at it. Okay, we get better and better at it because you do need to be aware. You got to be listening, but you got to be aware of your breathing too. And it is possible. It's possible to do that. Do one more time like that. Try to be listening and aware of your breathing at the same time. And the reason it's possible is because, this is what I call a wordless awareness. This is not awareness where you're talking to yourself. This is awareness where you're just there, present, experiencing it all. Okay, just letting it happen. Okay, try it again. Now, you're rushing. You know what you're doing, Robert? You're rushing you're rushing the up.
yeah.
Not even. You're going da da. Yeah. So make it nice and even. Your arm is like the pendulum of a clock. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I'll tell you, it's a really good thing if you just stand there and count out loud. You could say one end or you could say down, up, and you just practice. Don't play. Just practice staying with the beat and going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's good to do that by itself before you actually hit the strings, you see. Yeah. Right. Now keep it like that. Okay, good. Now, Robert, move it to 80. And now get on the string, pulsing with the beat before you begin. No, actually push on the string. Yeah, with the beat, move the string, feel your arm, be aware of your breathing, and then go ahead. Good. That was better.
That was better.
Yeah. See, yeah, you can feel when it's better. See, I felt when it was better. Okay. When it's not, when the timing is, not quite right because of the tension, the listener feels it. Okay. Just like you feel it, and that's what you want to go by.
Yeah.
So, if you're playing for people and you see them all start squirming in their chairs and then leaving, then, probably they're not feeling good. Right? And then, yeah, I need to be more aware of myself. Okay, good. So listen, we'll get to the left hand now, but work that, do this every day, Rob. Work it up to 120 in the eighths. And then you're going to come back and you're going to do 16th notes. See, this aspect of playing, which is so important, and with this exercise here, it's kind of like practicing drums. A drummer, this is the whole deal for a drummer. Yeah. I mean, that stick and, I mean, them being accurate right on is everything, okay? And essentially that's what you're doing here, okay? Yeah. Almost like practicing the drums with this. And then, of course, we put it together with the other side of the story on the other hand, right? So Diane, how long have you been playing? Are you just starting or what?
I've been playing on and off for a couple of years, but I just can't seem to get past anything. Just on and off.
The usual story, right?
Right.
So when did you encounter my work?
I'm sorry.
When did you encounter?
Oh, quite a while ago, actually. And I did have your book, but when I saw you were having these group lessons, that's what really piqued my interest.
Okay.
I like the group and the face-to-face.
There's usually more people, but I'm at the end of, because a lot of people have moved on to the stage 2.
I see, okay.
I haven't really started a new stage 1 yet. I'm going to in 2 weeks. I think between that and the coronavirus, although I thought there'd be more people because everybody's staying at home, but I don't know. Who knows? So the group's rather small, but it's the same. That's good for you, right?
That's good, yes.
Okay, so yeah, well, your experience is the common experience because guitar instruction will not teach you to be a good guitar player.
Right.
As you found, it usually takes people a while to figure that out. Okay.
A long while.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, believe me, I got people. Well, Robert, how long you been at it?
Oh, 3.5 years.
Okay. Well, you both are lucky because I have people all the time. It's been 20, 30 years and they haven't gotten better in 20, 30 years. And they have a lot of bad habits and tensions to get rid of. So you haven't been at it too long. So that's good. So, because as far as the left hand goes, now Robert's had a lot of tension in the fingers that he's working to get rid of. And getting rid of tension that's already there, which is there because usually it's there because people have been doing bad practice. Okay, they've been, doing lessons where they've been trying to play something fast and they've been torturing their fingers, right? The way to get rid of that tension is the same way that we would start even if we didn't have any of the tension, and that's to get really in touch with these things here and teach them how to properly touch the strings. And just recently, in the last couple of weeks, I've had Robert go back to the very beginning, right, of just calming and positioning the fingers. And that's really the first step, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what we want to do to begin the left hand is you start with your arm down, and the first thing you do is pay attention to your breathing and your body, especially your shoulder. And you feel your shoulder and you feel your breathing as you begin to raise your arm up like this. And then you bring your fingers here, and then you're going to start to spread your fingers apart and keep feeling your breathing as you do that. You're going to bring your thumb opposite your middle finger, and you're going to put your thumb on the neck here. And then, and this is real important, you're going to slowly begin to curl your fingers toward the 6th string. And as you curl them, you're going to keep them spread apart until they come down and they touch the string. Okay, Robert, you need more curl on that pinky. That's the big deal. Yeah, Diane too, right. So, right. Now, Diane, you could move your elbow out a bit. Your left elbow, move it out. Yes, that's good. Now, the hardest thing for everybody is curling this pinky. So another way to approach the strings that can be helpful is to do this. Instead of what we just did, you do this first. You take your fingers, you put them into, you see how the pinky is now. Now, my pinky is very curled. Your pinkies are very curled now. That means the muscle in the forearm, which goes all the way down to your elbow and sends a tendon right up there to that finger bone, it is now contracting and pulling those bones like that. Keep it. Don't let it go. And start to bring your curled fingers and keep your feeling the pinky. Don't let the pinky uncurl. And take that curled pinky. Now, start to spread the curled fingers apart a little bit. Yes. And take that curled pinky and put it on the string, up maybe the 5th or the 7th fret. Right. But keep it curled. Yeah, Robert, you lost half the curl anyway. If you lose the curl, just pick up the pinky like this and curl it in the air. That's it. Then bring it back down. That's it. That's it. Now, that's good. Good. Okay, you both look good now. Even though I can't see Diane's, yeah, it's better. Okay, now there's no pressure on the strings. You just have your curled light fingers there. Now you do this. Watch what I do with my first finger. Drag it across. And then I bring the others over. And then I go across to the next string. And then I drag my fingers over. And I'm keeping the fingers light. And I'm keeping them curled. And I'm keeping them apart a little bit. That's good. And check in with your breathing. You rotate your attention around your body. If you don't, you'll tense your body in various places and you'll stop breathing. Now I'm on the second string. That's good. The more we move toward the first string, the harder it is. Why? Because the fingers have to curl more. And the more the fingers curl, the harder it is to spread them apart. That's the way the hand works. Okay, so here I am. Okay, Diane, you would do well to do this with your pinky right now. That's it. Good, good. Now I'm going to go back and take my first finger and move it to that string. And now I'm going to move that. Good. Keep the elbow out. And up. Good. Diane, your elbow keeps coming in. That's going to happen. Right. Just try to be aware of it.
Does your thumb in the back move as you're going up and down?
A little bit. Here's the thumb in the back is like this. Okay. When I start, here's my thumb. Thumb in the classical, so it's a big fat neck, right? Okay. But here's my thumb. I go to the next string. I go to the next. It'll move down a little bit, but not past there. Okay. Okay. So it's only from like, you know, I start here and then by about the 4th and 3rd string, it moves down a little bit and then it stays. And when you get up to the first string, it looks like that. Okay. And then you go back and that, I want you to do that once every day. This is a sensitization exercise. It makes you sensitive, makes your fingers sensitive to the strings, to the proper touch, and to having lightness. Many people have played for many years. They have never experienced having the fingers be loose and light. And that's why they can't play well. But that's only half the story. The other half is the firm finger. Now we'll come to this. Let's do the tight curl again. All right, and I'm going to bring those fingers again to the strings, touch lightly, keep the curl, keep the space. But now I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you this angle. Okay, I'm going to take these fingers on the strings. Right, knock everything off my desk. And okay, I'm going to take these fingers and I'm going to just bounce them on the string. Say, I want to feel the string like it's a rubber band, like it's a cable. I'm going to push them down a little bit. No, be on the 6th string, Diane. Be on, yeah, on the 6th string. Watch this. I'm going to push the string down slowly with all my fingers. And then I'm going to let the string push my fingers back up. Okay? Just let the string push them back up. That means you're firming them up a little bit to push it down, and then boom, you let the string push you up. Spend a few minutes doing that on every string. Another wonderful sensitization exercise. Now go back to the 6th string, push them, push the string down again with the fingers spaced out, and now keep the fingers firm and let the shoulder relax and feel like you're holding, like your fingers are glued to the string, and there's a little bit of thumb pressure in the back. Okay, holding on, so that if my fingers and my thumb feel like they're glued to the guitar, and if the glue came off, my arm would just do that. That's called the heavy arm. That's the arm weight being added to the strings, an absolutely essential component of great guitar technique. Do you feel it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Now, when fingers move, they become light first. So I'm going to take my index finger, like this one here. I'm going to release the pressure. The other ones are going to stay firm with the arm weight coming through them. I'm going to lighten up the index and move it over to the string. And now I'm going to put it down. And now I'm going to direct my arm weight into that finger. I feel the pressure. And now I'm going to bring the other fingers over. They lighten up and they float over. They're light right now. Now the arm weight goes on. Good, good. And now I lighten one again, come over, put the arm weight, lighten the others, float over. This is the walking across the strings with the firm fingers and the heavy arm. But of course, the fingers are light before they move. But the arm weight, you see, the shoulder being relaxed and the arm weight coming through the fingers is a constant feeling. It's just being directed toward different fingers. This is how you walk with your legs, okay? That's what you need to understand. When you walk, you're standing on 2 feet, but you can't take a step until you shift your weight onto one side, lighten the other leg, swing that leg forward, have it go forward, then you put your weight on it and you lighten the other leg, and that's how we walk. This is how fingers walk, except most people are crippled, okay? Most people are like, it's like they're wearing braces. They never relax the fingers. Their fingers are like this from the beginning because their fingers are traumatized, okay? Hey, Simon, come in for the last 10 minutes. So this exercise, do this once or twice every day. This is getting you to feel those sensations in the fingers. Try it. The better you get, the more you can do it all the way down here. Okay. This is the hardest. Most people take a while to get down here and still have good form. Okay. So only move down as you can keep good form, which means keeping all the fingers curled and separated. After this, you begin to do the actual walking exercises. This is where we put everything together. How you doing, Simon?
I thought I was logging in early.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you you're still in the stage 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We've been going since 9:30 my time. What time zone you in?
I'm on 5:20 in the afternoon. I'll just log out and log back in later.
Oh, you could stay.
Okay.
No, stay. We still got 10 minutes, but you only got 10 minutes. Then I got to start my next class. Okay. We're just reviewing some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so next comes the 1-4 exercise. After you do these, then you come back on, you set up again with the firm fingers and the heavy arm. And you remove fingers 2, 3, and 4, but you keep them right over. You put the pick on the string and you play the note. And for the right side of the body, for the right arm and hand, it's the same thing that we did in the beginning. It's this. You put the pick on, bounce a little bit, play the note. Okay? And then do that, Diane.
Not, are you have all 4 fingers or just the one finger?
I started with all 4 fingers on,
Okay, got it.
getting the heavy arm.
Yes.
Then I released fingers 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
And I kept 1. But you keep these close. Yeah, they look like they're on, but they're not. Okay. Then you take the pick and you put it over here and you play. And don't let your fingers jump all over the place just because you played. Okay, you keep, okay, your fingers are moved over this way, Diane. Okay, keep them over here. Your left hand, yeah. No, yeah, they slanted a little bit over this way. You see what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yes.
move your fingers like I'm moving mine. Okay. Okay, now you put the 4 down. Now put the 4 down, keep the 1 down, then put the 4 down. Then you do the up pick. And now you have 2 fingers down. Okay, Robert, you should feel pressure on fingers 1 and 4. Doesn't look, are you feeling the pressure?
Yeah.
Okay, now you keep the pressure on 4. You release the pressure on 1 and you move over. And then you put the pick on the string. And now as you play the 1, you release the 4. And then you do the 4 with the up pick. And then you move the 1 over. And you put the pick on the string. And you do this no tempo, paying attention to everything. And then you will take the metronome and you will do this at 4 clicks, the same way we did before, like this. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, being able to do this is a major accomplishment. 2, 3, 4, fully aware of your breathing and your whole body. And then you will use the basic practice approach and you'll double it. And then you'll double that. And you keep everything correct. And you keep yourself aware as you're doing, you double that. And that is teaching fingers 1 and 4 to walk correctly across the strings. You double that. That'd be 16 things. And then we speed it up from there. Okay? Simon, show me where you're at with the with your 1-4.
On 4.
Don't lean 2 like that. Wait. Your 2 is leaning over toward 1. Keep it away. Keep the 2 away. Yeah, that's it. Keep the 2 away from 1. Keep the fingers out on the pick hand. Keep the fingers out on the pick hand.
Sorry.
Fingers out on the pick hand.
I always remember that, usually about halfway down.
That's good. Well, listen. Okay. Now, see what you just said. I usually remember that about halfway down. Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine a pilot who takes off and then says, "Oh," after he's up in the air, he goes, "I better check that checklist.
I've been on flights like that.
I forgot to close the hatch. I forgot to pick up the wheel or whatever." Yeah. Right? Okay. Before we start to play, you got to have a mental checklist or write it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Think of it. Okay. Good. Yeah. You know what? You're not picking with your whole arm. Move from the elbow. Keep this straight. Keep this straight. Gotta be straight.
Fingers are going wandering.
How far did you work this up?
I've only done it to about 60 at 2, but that was a bit.
Your no tempo isn't slow enough and deep enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's too fast for no tempo.
Okay.
No tempo means we're fully aware of everything. Don't forget. Okay, Robert, let me see where you got things. You're working on keeping that 2 and 3 from coming together
On the 1/4.
on the 1/4. Yeah. Let me see your no tempo attempt to keep 2 and 3 from coming together on the 1/4. There they go. There they go. Did you see them?
A little bit.
A little bit is the start of it. That's your breathing. Keep those fingers apart. No, no, no. Yes. No, 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 no. Hand tension, hand tension, hand tension alert. Your 2 and 3 are squeezing together. Yes. Relax them. You see? Relax them. There they go. There they go. Every time you don't catch it, you are doing bad practice. You are building tension into your hand. Yeah, you see it? Right. Robert, do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you've got to deepen the bottom of your practice. You have to pay more profound attention. 1 and 4. See my 2 and 3 when I do that? That's what we want. And you can get it, but only if your no tempo is this deep. Look, here's how it's got to be. This is what no tempo is. No tempo means you're fulfilling the 2 conditions of correct practice, knowing the right thing to do and making sure it happens. Okay? You're weak on the second part, the making sure it happens, because you're going too fast. Because like everybody, you're afraid to go slow. Okay? Look.
How do you keep the separation without introducing too much tension?
Well, you just did it. Well, you may, okay, the tension may come in as it just was, but you must interfere with it. You must stop. You must correct it every time it happens. Maybe you can't stop it from happening, but you can become aware of it as it's happening, because you know what happens after a while is you begin to feel the tension come on, and you can relax it as it comes on. Right now, you have to catch it after it happened and undo it, which you can do because you just did it, right? I just had to do it.
Yeah.
See, I'm watching your fingers and I see them start to quiver and come together. You have to see that. And since they're your fingers, you have to do something about it. And what does that mean? First, become aware of the fact that you just stopped breathing. Because when your fingers are starting to come together, you have stopped breathing or you are stopping breathing. And then start to breathe. Breathe into your fingers and let them come apart. That's what you do. And then you continue. And then you continue. And you keep that awareness. Everything depends on your awareness. Everything, like I said in the principles, they call it paying attention for a reason, because that's the price you pay. If you don't pay the price, you don't get the gold, you don't get the prize. The prize is excellent guitar skill, but you only get it by paying the price. All good guitarists have paid the price and do so every day and actually enjoy doing it, which you will too. Okay, you just not that used to it. Okay, very good.
All right.
So Diane, you see what you got to do. Post in the Facebook page, and we'll give you correction. Okay. Basically, yeah. Go ahead with these exercises. You seem very organized and everything, which is great. And I think you have a lot of talent for guitar, from what I'm seeing, because you're doing things rather well. So, but as we go forward, it will be a constant experience of me telling you you're doing things wrong, and then you'll fix it. and you'll keep getting better and better. Okay?
Okay.
All right, everybody. Have a great week.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Hi, Jamie Andreas from GuitarPrinciples.com here. If you would like me to transform your fingers into professional level guitar fingers, then check out the link below and join my class.